Welcome back to another episode of Seriously, the Claudia Project. Today we are walking and talking in Nashville, and we are with our girlfriend Candace, who's here. As you know, all the episodes are about elevating your life, doing a little better, and today the professional stylist Candace is going to be giving us tips on how to upgrade our closet, just daily looks to maybe put yourself together without breaking the bank. And hopefully you can take these into your closet and feel better about yourself every day. As you guys know, I'm all about taking the time to pick out your outfits the night before. That way you can actually think about what you're putting on and not just throwing on jeans and that top you know doesn't fit really well, but you're behind. And so Candace is going to help us kind of figure that out.
Okay, well, first things first, I think I have 5 things for you gals. I think number 1, you need to actually know what's in your closet. That is critical. So spend some quality time weeding through the closet and really understanding what you have, and that will bring such relief, which brings me to number 2, no impulse buying. We've got to cut that out. It's just one of those things where we end up buying clothing that we don't need, that doesn't really serve us. And I find that when we eliminate the impulse buys, we really buy thoughtful things that add value to our lives, our wardrobes, all the things.
How do you suggest people not impulse buy? What are your tips for something like that?
So my tip for impulse buying is if I'm going to buy it, I need to leave the store with 3 to 5 ways that I'm going to wear the item with existing things in my current closet. So I use that as my metric. If I can't think about it, I leave the item at the store until I have found those ways, and then I return to the store to purchase that item. So that's the way to just kind of keep some self-control and some understanding of if it's going to work for you.
I feel like that would be, for me, I always feel such a pressure. I found this recently. I feel such a pressure to buy in the moment because the pressure of the sales associate, and you don't want to let them down. So it really becomes an entire
situation.
Right.
Yeah. I would say in that regard, I think they appreciate it more if you're being thoughtful and you communicate that you're being thoughtful. They'd rather that than you buy and return it.
Okay.
So I think just say, hey, I'm going to think about it for a bit. I'll be back. And sometimes they might even offer you a discount. You just never know what's happening. Or we're going to be having a promotion next week. You might get some helpful insight that you don't know.
Very helpful.
By just being transparent.
Okay. Tip number 3.
Number 3, I think that every gal should have a really quality bag in her wardrobe. That doesn't necessarily means it needs to be designer, but a great bag that will just translate a multitude of ways. There's some great brands out there. Pollen has a great bag that's at a $300 price point. Madewell has some incredible bags. I think a great bag just finishes off the look and allows you to feel super duper elevated.
Okay.
Going back to the idea of consumption, a great pair of jeans or trousers to kind of ground out the wardrobe, just really evergreen. I think it's worth it to spend the money to get best proper fit. Buy what suits you. Sometimes when we try to skimp, it just doesn't translate the same. So get 1 or 2 pairs of that everyday bottom that you have to wear, so that way you feel good and you can rotate it and you'll get better longevity. And
I'm not a stylist, but I will say, don't be afraid to size up on your jeans. I know that it feels bad, and you're the number is so important, but you will feel so much better in a size that's 2 up, that gives you the space that you need, that you feel good in, instead of buying a pair of jeans, you're oh, if I lose 5 pounds.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
It just never works out.
Okay, well then maybe I should put a 2.5 to number 2. You have to buy for your current body. That is critical. And just like Claudia said, don't be afraid to size up. We were in a shop yesterday and I tried on my regular size 4 and I ended up in the 8 because I wanted the room. So
and it looked so much better.
It looked so much better.
Yeah.
So that, and then lastly, remember that clothing is meant to be fun. It's a little piece of who you are. Don't get so in the weeds where you're not having fun, which brings us back to all the other tips. You got to do the due diligence, do the hard work, so that way getting dressed every day really can be fun.
These are so good. Easy. These are so easy. I think when she's talking about going through your closet, it's super important not just to know what you have. Get rid of stuff that doesn't fit good. Having all of the stuff in your closet taking up, 1, mental space.
Yes.
Because you think oh, I have all of this stuff. I don't need to buy anything. You don't have. There's nothing in your closet that you like.
Right.
You are wearing the same 4 shirts every single day.
Correct.
And you have your husband or your friends are oh, well, you have so much things. You're I would never wear any of that.
Correct.
And so you have these mismatched pieces, And I'm guilty of that. Like, I know now I need like loafers in my closet. I don't necessarily need a bunch of clothes. I just do not have shoes
To come back to the
to
outfit.
match to the outfit, which doesn't make any sense actually. Huh.
I feel like we all have like a gap spot. Like mine right now is blouses. I feel really low in that department. So that's what I'm going to be intentionally working on.
But plenty of sweaters.
I got plenty of sweaters. I got a lot of cashmere, a lot of jeans, a lot of shoes, but I don't have like non-cotton t-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I think I'm figuring out like what my style is and like just being okay with that and not trying to like, oh, I want to be hip like these people
Yeah,
over
you gotta
here.
be
Like,
you.
this is what I know I like. I'm a structured girl. I'm a very boring dresser. And I like a handbag. So like, I'm just not gonna.
That's your poison.
I don't know. Okay. We're using verbs like that. That's crazy.
Shoes are my poison.
Are they?
Yeah, I love a shoe.
But we just talked about buying shoes on the resale market instead of buying them
Or secondhand shop.
secondhand.
Yeah.
Maybe we should look for a secondhand shop while we're in Nashville.
Okay, we should do that.
Interesting. Yeah, so this is a short episode today on this Saturday. I hope that this was helpful. That's what we're here for. I know yesterday was National Girlfriends Day. I hope that you guys did stuff. I sent girlfriends coffee, and then I'm here with Candace in Nashville. We have already planned our 2026 dates. It's on the calendar for everybody in our lives, so they know that it's happening.
Yes, it's happening.
So think ahead. That goes back to all of the things that we're talking about. So it's Saturday. Do that 1%. Go wash your dishes, girl. It's ridiculous. Stop walking past them. And spend some time in your closet today elevating your outfits. And we can ask Candace more questions. So please comment down below if you guys need anything. Have a wonderful Saturday. And thanks so much for being here.
Happy Saturday.
Bye.